Back once again to Prison Architect Escapes. Today's beverage is a quite potent pure peppermint tea. So welcome back to Prison Architect Escapes. This is a series where we attempt to break out facilities not made by me. This is Prisoner Wilson, prisoner number 11688507, and this is the isolation facility, ice as in ICE, because it's called puns and all of that. If it's not punny, it ain't funny. So welcome back to Prison Architect Escapes, and as I said, this is the isolation facility, which is going to be, well, a lot of the time when it comes to escaping from things, you could be very crafty about things, such as, for example, tunneling or circumnavigating certain features like metal detectors in order to smuggle tools and equipment, jumping over fences, finding different ways around it. And then other times you just have to brute force the thing, and I feel like this one is going to be just that. It's a very high secure facility. It's got snipers, armed guards, it's got tasers, body armor, a huge amount of areas that, well, most of it is actually staff only as far as I can tell, and as you can see, we are being brought in. Now, in terms of the map itself, I've seen the picture of it, and as far as I could tell, it looks like we basically have multiple cell blocks. Naturally, we'll load this into the standard sandbox mode later on and check out what it's like. But yeah, you have these cell blocks that are pretty much identical. You've got cells and then adjacent canteens, and then a little bit of yard, and that is basically it. So there's no real choice for us to gain any sort of weapons or equipment because, well, this is where we've been situated. We have a standard 2x3 cell with a little bit extra. We've got in a window as well as a TV and a shower head, and then we've got, well, as you can see, a lot of door servos and remote doors. Actually being positioned in an area full of supermax inmates here, and we are a normal category of inmate. You've got a staff-only security area, you've got, well, I was going to call this a yard, but it doesn't look to be a yard. I think it's just, oh no, it is a yard, it does say yard there. Actually, it says road. It's because it's, you know, square. And you've got weights, benches, phone booths, a couple of areas to sit, and that's pretty much it. And then, as you can see, it's sort of another copy of the cell block over here. It's got like a canteen and the cells, and then yeah, it's basically the same for all of these others. So in order to get out, well, you could just walk through here. So we're going to do that, and then you have to sort of run out, and then there you go. Immediately I'm knocked unconscious. So yeah, 24 hours punishment for doing that. So the policy has been put up. So what that means is, in order to escape from this one, I'm going to need a lot of traits. So I'm going to have to basically cause some ultra-violence here. And also, I think, quite frankly, I'm just going to have to try and run out of the front door because I don't really know what else I can do. So, as you can see, I'm going ahead and misbehaving. We'll skip punishments where we can, which is basically every single time. All I'm doing, basically, is trying to break things. So, anything that's easily broken, so the TVs are a one-hit to destroy, so we will do that. When we are with there's a lot of guards and stuff around us, what we'll do is we'll sort of go past those. We'll break that TV there, break that TV there through the wall. We'll punch that. You see lots of dogs coming in, and immediately you've got a huge amount of staff that are sort of streaming in here. Let's go with all of the traits possible. I do think we're going to have to go with everything, apart from, say, swimming. We won't need swimming, but there you go. So a couple of easy ways to gain points. As I said, the quickest way is to hit the TVs. We've actually taken out a guard there, which is not really my intention, but there you are. So you hit the TVs, they're an insta 2 points because it's one hit to destroy them, and then also the windows are a hit as well. Now we could do some sort of taser teleport to get out, we could have a look at something like that, but frankly I think the best way here is just to farm some points and then see how we get on when it comes to just sort of running out the front door. What it'll also mean is, ideally, in order to do a run out the front door, we need traits that will allow us to basically survive against, well, the sniper that's overlooking the front, as we saw when we came in. You can see that there's now loads of guards streaming in here, and eventually we'll be tears like that. We'll also need probably some amount of maybe weapon, and I think we need a weapon, and we need we certainly need a key, because a lot of these doors are either staff doors or above, so we need a key to get through them. A lot of them are actually these these remote doors, and they require, you know, remote access and all of that. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. Like I said, my main goal here is just to farm points. So we'll break the TV, we'll break all of this here. There's a guy in... Oh, interesting. How did I manage to go through that wall there? I didn't even like want to go through the wall. I just ended up going through it. How did I do... Okay, that's a taser teleport. So if you get tasered, you can often be pushed through something there. But I don't know if you saw there. We walked through the wall. I don't know how we're able to do that. That's very, very curious. Okay, fine. We'll skip punishments. That's taking us up to 22 points, so we can go with basically everything, all of the points there. And what I need to do now is I need to misbehave, and I need to get a... Well, ideally, I need to get a key, and I need to get a weapon. And the best way of doing that is to... Excuse me. Is apparently to be escorted here. Well, that's actually okay, because then... I thought what I'll do is I'll hit that guard there, and that'll be easy, because I'll hit the guard, and then I'll take his stuff. But immediately, once I did that, they span around, and... Well, we got tasered. Okay. It's currently locked up. That's why we were brought into here. Right, okay, fine. I'm not too sure as to the staffing of the facility, how many staff there are of each individual category, so whether it be armed guards, dog handlers, snipers, normal guards, etc. I can't imagine it being overly staffed because it's high security with lots of remote access, so normally if you do that, you sort of save on staffing. And also, yeah, we're waiting a while for this stuff here to be opened up for these doors and such. Okay, I skipped the sleep there. Then it's put us onto lockup, so we're now back onto that. So that's great. So we'll just go to, well, max speed. I might as well farm some more points because we can. It keeps the guards busy, you understand. And then you can see we've actually been pushed into this cell. Didn't anticipate being taser teleported here, but there you go. So no armed guards. Oh, there is an armed guard up there. So I'm going to give up that and, yeah, put my hands up and say, no, that's all fine. I really don't want my character to be taken out, you understand? Okay, so they've come in here. Interesting. What I can do is I can hit this guy. Now, that's an armed guard. And what I want to do is go in this corner. I want to stop. I don't want to surrender. I want to... Oh, no. I want to end the fight. Oh, there you go, look. So end the fight. Right, that's good. So, a couple of things. We have the fight ended, but we were pushed through here, and now we are going to be escorted back over. Okay. That didn't do exactly what I wanted. What I wanted to do is I wanted to fight that guy and then pick up their... I wanted to pick up their keys. What's actually happened here is I've got the shotgun. Okay, I mean, it's not... I did say I wanted a weapon of some kind, and that... I mean, we have got a weapon now, but I do need a set of keys. Right. Well, I can easily get a set of keys. I'm waiting for this guy here to come closer. And then we will aggressively take a set of keys off them. I'm waiting for this. What's happening here? Was that guard feeding the dog big bowl of peas or something there? Not too sure what they were doing. You can see a lot of guards are being brought out from our cell here. This is where you got a bit of an issue in that I've caused all of the commotion, and now because of that, all the guards are having to go and empty this cell. But remember, every time we give up, it's like starting from scratch when it comes to getting weapons and equipment. Okay. So what I'll do is swap over to just fists, and I'll punish that. Because that's then going to bring some guards in. So probably from here. Yep, there they are, they're coming round. So I'm just going to go in this corner. And there we go. And then we get tased. So I'll have to skip that, which means we start from scratch. That's one of the problems with, let's say, with this sort of way of doing things. There's a guy there. Okay, this might be okay. This might be exactly what we wanted. Perfect. So I've got a set of keys, and I have a baton, and end the fight. Right. So, a couple of things. Firstly, the guards are no longer coming after me. Secondly, I have a set of jail keys, and I have a baton. So I can open these for them. Problem with that is, as soon as I go through here, it's going to trip the metal detector. And I know there's guards over here. I'm going to run for it. I'm going to give it a go. So let's just see. We know that it's in and around this way. So I'm just going to run. You can see there's security and some execution over there. We have security here. Obviously, we are tripping the metal detector. Running past armed guards. Running through to the centre. This is where it's going to be really, really dicey because we've got the sniper who is now looking at us. So we have to try and get around. They fired and missed. I don't know if you saw that. There was something that went past us there. And we're out. Okay, that's been a bit of Prison Architect Escapes. I think that may have been more luck than judgment. But let's load into the standard sandbox mode and see what the prison looks like. That was Prisoner Wilson, by the way. Victims, we have 3 workers, 2 guards, 2 armed guards, 1 maximum security inmate, and a K9 unit. Total score 73, 15 hours and 45 minutes. Let's have a load up, shall we? Okay, so here we are on the Isolation Supermax facility. Originally we were brought in via the road here, naturally. And then we've got this area that I'm guessing is all staff only. Oh yeah, look at that. Almost everything is staff only. I'll check that out in a moment. Past all of the armed guards and the snipers, through delivery into the central section here. We had a good look around and we were positioned... was it around here? Yes, okay. That person also says, Adrian, data missing. Interesting. So we was positioned around here, and the only real way to get weapons and equipment was to attack the guards. We could have went over to security. That is possible as well. You can see that there is dangers there and lots of jail keys and stuff, but that's set to staff only anyway, so you can either sneak in there and nick stuff and run out, or you could do what I've just done there, which is attack people. In terms of escaping via tunneling, I don't think it's going to happen at all in the slightest because, frankly, there is no way to get anything. Yes, in the cell blocks, it's either staff only, and even if it is staff only... Oh, no, even the staff only areas, which is the security area here, that only has weapons and equipment, but nothing to escape via tunneling with. You could go over to the central kitchen, but that means running through there, and if you're going to run there, you might as well run out. We've got lots of snipers around the outside. Even if you get something to dig with, it's not going to happen because you have to go through loads of the foundations and the walls. Also, you got all the snipers and, like you say, perimeter wall. Okay. If you were to be positioned further back like this, then obviously you've got even further to run. We're lucky in the sense that we got from here up and around and then through. Armed guards are positioned. If we go over to deployment here, yeah, there are lots of patrols and yes, lots of staff deployed. Staff-wise, we have 77 regular guards, 13 armed guards, 12 dog handlers, 9 snipers. I actually am surprised that there's that many regular guards, considering how long it took to have these doors open and have people being brought in and moved around, although I guess a lot of that will be just the amount of carnage we perpetrated, and yeah, there was just a lot of work queued up. If Free Fire was on, this would have been a whole different ball game, I think. We only looked out, I think, because we came out here, the sniper missed or hit us and we got no damage. I think there was like a little effect to show that like we'd been fired at. Got through the road getting out. I don't know if that's because we were running or whatever, but we got out. Okay, like I say, if Free Fire was on, that would have made it a lot more difficult. If there's more guys stationed here, then that would be more difficult too. We only managed to do what we did because of the workers that were running around, I think. So this is all staff only. Even though we had a set of keys, the only thing that really helped us was really going through a couple of doors at the beginning. The rest of it, because it's all the remote access doors, they have to be opened remotely, and because it's staff only and we're misbehaving, the guys aren't going to open the doors for us. So we just got out because we could, because the doors were already being opened by the staff. The only one that really helped us with was the road gate here. Okay, Well, as I said at the start, sometimes you look for facilities that are escapable via tunneling, by swimming out, maybe setting fire to stuff and burning through walls. There's lots of ways of doing that. More, I would like more. Sadly, there is not more ways. We are somewhat limited there on many fronts, but other times, sometimes you just have to brute force it, and that's exactly what we've done here. Is it the best way? I don't know. Was it effective in this instance? Yes. For this circumstances, it was. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any tips, comments, suggestions, not just for this this escape attempt, but for others. Any designs you want me to have a look at, then let me know in the comments. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.